What is up? Fancy seeing you guys here. Welcome to another vlog. Today's vlog is vlog number 15, I do believe. The date is November the 12th, 2017. And I've got a day off work, and today all I'm going to try and convey to you guys is what my current diet is like. So we're going to do a full day of eating. This is going to be a full day of eating for bulking. I'm going to try and hit 4,000 to 4,500 calories. I want my protein to be hitting about 250 grams a day. Fat, I want to keep under 150 grams, and the rest is going to be carbohydrates. So this morning, before I do anything, I am going to put my contact lenses in because I can't even see the camera. I am blind. If anyone knows prescriptions, my prescription currently is minus 2.5 for my spectacles, which is pretty much legally blind for driving at least. So I'm going to put them in, I'll be back, and I'll talk to you about what we're going to do today.
This is exclusive. Go! Nothing can stop me, I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up.
Alright, we're good. I think we're good. It always takes a little bit of getting used to putting these things in. Anyways, right, where are we? What's the time? Today, what is the time? We're going to keep time. The date, like I said, is Sunday the 12th of November. It is 9:24 in the morning. Now, personally guys, when I transition into a bulk, I'm coming from a state of dieting, you know, a state of feeling flat all the time, a state of fasting in the morning as well. So personally, you know, until my appetite really does start to kick in, I'm still fasting in the mornings. So it's 9:24, I ate my last meal at midnight last night. I've been up for about an hour. I haven't had any caffeine, nothing like that. So I am going to go to the gym without eating anything. Now, some of you guys may think that that is the worst thing you can do, and to be honest, 2 or 3 years ago, if you had asked me, I would have agreed. But once you get to know your body, once you get to know how many calories you need, once you eat right up until going to bed and then get up in the morning and go to the gym and still experience a great pump and a great workout, once you feel that, you start to realize that having a pre-workout meal is not the be-all and end-all. In fact, because I want to go to the gym straight away, if I was to have a big meal right now, that would actually probably take away some of the blood flow and the nutrients from the muscles that I'm wanting to be worked into the gut area to try and digest this food. So I'm not going to have anything. I'm going to have a pre-workout. We're going to get the caffeine going. I'm going to have a pump supplement, and then we're going to go to the gym, train some arms. After that, I'm actually going out for breakfast. It's Sunday. That will be my first meal of the day. Protein, carbs and fats, as well as probably another coffee. I'm not going to take the camera to the gym today, but before that I'll show you guys my pre-workout. So currently I've got America Labs Stars and Pipes. This is a pump supplement. I really enjoy it. I used it all throughout my cut, and it was a fantastic supplement, especially when I'm feeling flat. You know, vascularity was hard to come by. This can really help. So on a day like arms especially, I'm going to take it. On a day like legs, not so much, as you can imagine. So we're going 1 scoop. It's a pretty big scoop. It's 20 grams. We got 1 scoop in there. And this is the time that I take my creatine as well, guys. So in the past, I've struggled with, you know, basically remembering to take creatine. Basically, at the moment, I've got a scoop of the Stars and Pipes pump supplement. In there goes a cap full of creatine, which is usually about, you know, 5, 7, 8 grams. So I'll put that in. And that, guys, is my pre-workout concoction, creatine and a pump supplement. So I just put a little bit of water in here, mix it all around, get it all dissolved, and then it's literally just down the hatch. Right, so that is the pre-workout. Ooh, a little bit tangy. I must admit though, the flavoring for this supplement is absolutely on point. There is not one like bitter taste whatsoever. It's all sweet and it's all good in my book. So now I do have other pre-workouts. I've got caffeinated pre-workouts. I've got C4, I've got this Kraken and I've also got Amino Energy. So for my caffeine this morning, guys, I'm going to use this. It's an amino powder with caffeine included, so you can use it all throughout the day, in the morning, pre-workout, afternoon pick-me-up, whatever you want to call it. So it's 9:30 right now, we've had our sups. I'm going to have 3 scoops of this, which is 150 milligrams of caffeine, which is a pretty moderate dose. I'm not going to smash the caffeine early on and go 200 or 300 milligrams because I want to have a coffee after my training, like I said, and that's probably going to be another 150 milligrams. So I don't want to push it too early in the day. You guys know exactly how that feels. You have too much caffeine, you start getting jittery, and of course I still have to get in 4,500 calories today. So if I start having too much caffeine too early on, my appetite can decrease. So with that said, I'm going to go to the gym. I will see you guys at meal number 1. Alright guys, what is going on? We're back now. Went to the gym, had breakfast, and now we're home. So the time is 12:51. It was a delicious breakfast. You're going to see a picture of it right now. And in my opinion, guys, I've called that 1,000 calories. We've called it probably about 60 grams of protein from the eggs, the bread, and the bacon and the sausages. It's honestly probably about the same amount of fat from the hash brown, the bacon, the sausages, the eggs, and the butter, and the mushrooms. And carbs was actually pretty minimal, so probably about 50 grams, I'd say, 50 grams of carbs. So 60 protein, 60 fat, and 50 grams of carbs, which equals, let me see here, it's come back at 980 calories. So all up, breakfast, 60 grams of fat, 60 grams of protein, 50 grams of carbs equals 980 calories. The plan now is to prepare some meat for my future meals during the afternoon and the evening. With that said, I'm going to use turkey mince. Turkey is one of my favorite protein sources, as well as egg whites. I like to use protein powder, whey protein. I like to use steak, fish, salmon, but today we're going to use turkey. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 1 kg of turkey mince. I'm going to mix it with 2 eggs, herbs, spices, salt and pepper, and then we're going to make turkey burgers. I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to use them for yet, whether I do actually make burgers or just eat them on their own with other carbs. It doesn't really matter. All I know is that once I've cooked up this protein, I've got my protein sorted, and that is a major key. You know, like I said at the start of the video, one of the major things from today that I want to make sure of is to keep my protein above 250 grams. Fats and carbs will come from all types of different sources, but as far as protein goes today predominantly, we're going to be getting them from the turkey, egg whites in a shake, as well as protein powder in that shake, which I'm going to have later. So for now we're going to get these turkey burgers underway, and I'll see you guys in the next shot. Alright guys, we're ready to cook. We've got 1 kg of lean turkey mince. Now this is a lean cut as opposed to some of your more fatty sort of cuts of mince. I definitely want to keep my fat, you know, under control today. I want to keep my protein high, but my fat lower. So what we've got is basically 5% fat turkey mince, which means that each 100 grams has 5 grams of fat. So each 100 grams of this has about 22 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, and no carbs. So it's perfect. We've got the 2 eggs, salt and pepper, and a Moroccan seasoning, which I really enjoy at the moment. So yeah, I'm going to cook these up and see you when I see you. Get your hands in there. Alright, so we've got the mixture, as you can see. I've got the pan on. We're going to use some oil here, basically any old cooking spray. Will I include this in the macros? Sure. How many serves? We'll call it one serve, so 40 calories. So we'll add that in. So that is pretty much it. How long did that take? 2 minutes? It's fucking easy. The egg yolk is actually the part that's going to really bind the mince together. It's going to give it a nice taste. Obviously the egg yolk is the fat part of the egg. So yeah, I just find it gives it just a nice taste, especially with the spices in there. It's just a very nice way to have turkey mince. I mean, who wants to eat plain turkey mince? Fuck that. So yeah, I like to make my patties quite crispy on the outside. I don't think that affects the protein. I think each gram of protein is still going to be there. I just like a real nice crispy texture on the outside of my meat. So that's what we're going to do. Alright, turkey's nearly done. I will tell you guys the macros that I believe this will be. So I'm actually going to have half of it today, guys. I'm not going to have the whole thing. So 500 grams of the Steggles fresh turkey mince. We've got 1 egg and we've got 1 serve of the canola oil cooking spray for a total of 797 calories. After breakfast and adding in the turkey, without any carbohydrate sources, we're sitting at 157 grams of protein, 60 grams of carbohydrates, and 101 grams of fat. Now, from there, I can determine that, okay, well, protein and fat is pretty much sorted, so all I have to worry about for the rest of the day is getting my carbohydrates in. As far as I'm concerned, you know, I'll probably get an extra 20 or 30, even 40 grams of protein throughout the day from the carb sources, from the residual protein in the carbs, which will bump it up to near 200. To get me from 200 up to 250 or above, I'm going to have a shake, which I'll show you guys. So regardless of that, I'll see you guys at meal number 2 for something delicious, I'm sure. Peace. Alright, so the turkey's done. I've got half of it in here, half of it in here. This half I'm going to use, this half we're going to put away for tomorrow. And so, with this half of the turkey mince, the first thing I'm going to prepare for later on is a Greek salad. So one of my meals, we're going to have half of this with a nice Greek salad, feta cheese, roasted tomatoes. We're going to have a spinach mix, vinaigrette. It's going to be absolutely delicious. Not many carbs in that meal. The second meal that we're going to use half of the turkey for is going to be a rice and vegetable meal. I'll have one of these, which is about 72 grams of carbs, with half of the turkey, which is going to be about 50 grams of protein. So the first meal, I would say 50 protein, maybe 30 fat, and 20 grams of carbs. The second meal is going to be 50 protein, 70 grams of carbs, if not more, maybe 80 or 90 with the vegetables and a bit of sauce, and minimal fat. So yeah, 2 meals. With the first meal, because I do want to up the carbs, it's only a salad, I'm going to have a little snack with that, and that is going to be one of these. So probably slightly high in sugar and fat, but it is delicious. Easily digestible carb source that I do have quite often. So when the time comes, I'll tell you the macros of that, but for now, I'm just going to prepare this Greek salad quickly for later on. so there you have it, guys. One Greek salad with turkey, and I can't wait to eat it. Alright, so I'm not going to show you guys any clips of me eating. I think that's quite boring, especially for this episode. I just want to show you guys the meals, the macros, and how we cook it, how we make it. So trust that I'm going to eat this Greek salad. That looks absolutely delicious. With that, we're going to have the oat bar that I said. Macros on this are 7.5 grams of protein, 21.1 grams of fat, and 52 grams of carbs, of which 19.5 grams are sugar. So that is going to be meal number 2. I'll see you guys at meal number 3. Alright everybody, here we are back from my second workout of the day. We've just done a back workout with my mate Dom. I've not eaten since my second meal, which was the Greek salad and the turkey, as well as the oat bar. So, with that said, we're going to be on to meal number 3 now, which is a post-workout meal. So, meal number 3, guys, is going to be 1 packet of this rice, like I said before, and the rest of the turkey, which is right here. So, basically, guys, I'm just going to stick this in the microwave 2.5 minutes, 90 seconds, and I'll put this in the microwave as well, and then I'll mix the two together. I may have a little bit, I may have a little bit of barbecue sauce as well, so that's a few extra carbs. I should be having mixed vegetables with this as well. I normally would. You guys got to trust me on that one. I think fiber, I think vegetables and fruit are extremely important in a healthy diet, especially when bulking. When you're putting a lot of food through your system day after day, you definitely want to keep your digestive tract as healthy as possible with fiber, with fibrous vegetables, fruit, and yeah, that's about it. So I'm going to get this underway and I'll show you guys the finished product. Oh, fuck, that's hot. Okay, that's the turkey. Now we'll do the rice. Boom. Alright, that's that. We've got some barbecue sauce to finish it off, which is probably about 40 grams. And that, my friends, is meal number 3. Doesn't look like much, but it does the job. Rice, turkey, and barbecue sauce. I do believe that Ronnie Coleman used to eat monstrous bowls of this exact thing to make his gains, so maybe I'll look like him one day. Anyways, that's meal number 3. I will see you guys at meal number 4. Alright guys, it's been literally 5 minutes since I finished my third meal, but I am quite peckish. Now it's a little bit naughty, but we are post-workout, so I'm going to have some simple sugars and probably a little bit more fat than what I should, but I've got to show you guys these. These are what waffles are really meant to fucking be like, alright? It's called, well, they're called Belgian waffles by Toscano, and they are absolutely delicious. Each one 403 calories, 5 grams of protein, 20 grams of fat, and 48 grams of carbs. So, fuck it. I'm gonna have one. So that is meal number 4. Alright everybody, welcome back. We're here for meal number 5. And it's gonna be a shake, like I said. So we've got the blender, right here. We're gonna put 4 ingredients. We got egg whites, protein powder, milk, and a banana. So I'm gonna get all of those, put them in, make the shake in under 2 minutes flat. Let's go. So I'm putting in a cup of egg whites. We're putting in about a cup of milk, which is another 250 mils. A scoop of protein powder. And 1 banana. So I'll put that on. That is absolutely delicious, guys. By the way, protein powder, current protein powder of choice, banana cream pie. So it's a double overload of banana, but it's absolutely delicious, guys. This is meal number 5. I'm gonna finish it off, and this brings my protein to just over 250 grams for the day. So that means whatever remaining calories can come from carbs and fats. I want them to come predominantly from carbs because my fat intake at the moment is up about 160 grams, which is way too high. I want that to be, under 150 each day. So I'm going to choose my dessert wisely, because that's pretty much what it is going to be, as a dessert. I think I'm going to have a couple of bagels with some honey, nice and low fat, some extra protein in there from the bagels, but we'll see. So I'm going to get this down and I'll see you at the last meal, meal number 6. Alright everybody, what is going on? It is the next day. Alright, I did not bring out the camera to show you guys meal number 6, so I'm going to show you guys right now. I had 2 of these bagels. Each bagel has about 250 calories, 45 grams of carbs, 10 grams of protein, and about 3 grams of fat. So I had 2 of those. We had some butter, we had some honey, some of this to bump up the carbs a little bit, and I also had 3 Coles gingerbread cookies. So all up, guys, all up, the macros for the whole entire day. We did 2 workouts, as you guys might recall. With the 2 bagels, we've got 30 grams of honey, as well as the Coles gingerbread. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to scan that. That is going to be so much easier. Boom. 110 calories a biscuit. Alright. Total macros, total calories, total macros, whatever you want to call it. We've got 4,600 calories on the dot. Macros, we're looking at 276 grams of protein, 466 grams of carbs, and 181 grams of fat. So fat was slightly high, protein was probably about bang on, especially seeing as I had 2 training sessions. I probably could have brought that up to about 300 actually, and carbs obviously made up the rest. So that was one full day of bulking, guys. Full day of eating for bulking. I hope you enjoyed. I'm going to get on to breakfast for today, which is going to be a shake. We're going to put egg whites, protein powder, oats, berries, banana, and that's about it. 1,000 calories down the hatch before 8 o'clock in the morning. That's what you want. Peace.